Hi folks, how you doing? Bit of advice, don't pick a spot before you start filming. My nose, see? I got a spot burst. I've tried to stop it bleeding and it won't stop. So bear with me. Right, hopefully that's all stopped now, I hope. Anyway, review. Yes, hardware review. Me, Morgantium, Keith Morgan. Not done a review for a very long time. And I've got good reasons why I've not done a review for a long time, but I'm not going to go into that. My friends understand why I've not done one for a while, but I had to do this. This is the SVB PWM Red Dwarf. Now I got this, about 6-7 weeks ago now. Yeah. Nigel Moxon, the man himself, the evil genius, he posted up a while ago now a list for people to basically order these PWM boxes, and they use the Big Al S6 board, I think it is. I'll show you in the close-up, but anyway, yeah, these beautiful boxes. Now I know that Nigel in the past, he's done a DNA 40, he's very famous for his DNA 40s, which when I sort of got into vaping, I got into sort of sub-ohming, I'd sort of outgrown DNA 40s, so I remember saying to Nigel a few years ago now that I quite fancied a Red Dwarf DNA 40, but by then I'd grown out of DNA 40 and I'd moved on to mix and to sub-ohming, and the DNA 40 just didn't do it for me. But when he brought this series battery, PWM, adjustable up to 8.4 volts, this is what I wanted and this is what I bought. So yeah, so we'll go straight to the close-up. Before I start vaping on it and talking about it and telling you what I think, straight to the close-up, the measurements, how much it costs, what's inside the box, and then I'll come back, have a vape, and tell you what I think. Okay, so close-up. Okay then, let's take a close look at this SVB PWM in the Red Dwarf variant. So this is basically, it's a series device, and you've got this 1K potentiometer here. You've got this 16mm stainless steel MyTech switch. You've got this beautiful powder coat finish that Nigel of Soul Vaper Baby mods makes. This is the Red Dwarf variant, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pretty. He does like a silver with this sort of black hammer finish, old copper, a sort of Fallout sort of ratted style finish. He won't do the Stormtrooper, but yeah, he does quite a few variants of this, and I believe this is the candy, but it's called a Red Dwarf. A little bit more expensive. I think the silver and sort of the standards are probably about £20 cheaper. This was £140 for the Red Dwarf variant of the PWM, but we're just going to take a look at the outside of the box at the moment. So I said you've got this beautiful stainless steel surrounding this 1K potentiometer. I believe this MyTech switch is 16mm in the back, but this outside, I've measured and it comes to about 18mm across. And then we've got this VariTube 510 on top with adjustable, and I believe that's gold plated. But it's a sprung loaded adjustable 510 pin in there. Well insulated as well. And I love the way that Nigel's actually cut into the door of the box. So when you pop, you take the door off, the plate of the 510 actually comes out. So you can get your 24mm devices nice and flush on here, no problems at all. And he's even, if you look here at the top of the door, there's a cutout section there, so everything fits together. Click like that. The magnets are really strong. You've got a small nail fitting here so you can open the box from the bottom. This milled aluminium, lovely strong magnets as well. Then we've got the internals of the box. So here we have what they call the Big Al PWM board. I'll just find some details of it. Yes, Big Al's LiPo PWM board. It's compact, high-power PWM voltage regulator that's designed to fit snugly into any box alongside a LiPo battery. Well, as you can see, these are using dual 18650s. So you're going to get, for the potentiometer, you're going to get a maximum of 8.4 volts using dual 18650s. The maximum recommended operating current for this board here, this is a Big Al board here, if you can zoom right in. Come on, stay focused for me, stay focused, please. There you go. Big Al's Mods LiPo PWM version 1.4. You can see all the connections here. You've got a lovely little kill switch here, extra bit of safety. So when you've got the device in your pocket, you can flip the kill switch and turn it off and it won't fire. Extra bit of safety. As I say, you've got this 1K potentiometer that's soldered onto the Big Al board, which if you crank that right up, it'll take it up to 8.4 volts. It's so beautifully put together. Nigel's done a fantastic job. I mean, his soldering is just beautiful. So your Mytech switch, you've got the wires coming from here down to the actuators onto the Big Al board. The MOSFET of this is a P MOSFET in there somewhere. But yeah, you've got a P MOSFET which is rated at 180 amps, I believe, and the PWM frequency is 25 kilohertz. There we go, and we've got a standard, I believe this is just a standard Keystone sled that's in here. It's not 3D printed, it doesn't look 3D printed. Feels like Delrin, like plastic. There's the bottom of the Vari tube, 510. Let's pop this in. You see that it is sprung loaded and it does drop down. Very important with the Big Al board that you put your batteries in the correct way or it will short out. I mean, I know there's not a lot to this PWM Box Mod. You know, for £140 you might think, well, it's a bit expensive, but actually I think for £140 this box is exceptionally well put together inside. It's so tidy, it's so clean, very clean inside. Very, very clean, and that finish, that candy red finish is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the magnets click. You know, there's no rattle from this. That's my chain that's rattling. There's actually no rattle at all from this box. It's so solid. Right, let's get some measurements. So it's roughly about the same size as the G boxes, the Hammond Gs. So it is, in height we're getting about 100 millimeters roughly. Yeah, and width is about 50 millimeters in width and 26.4. So yeah, your 24 millimeter devices and your 25 millimeter devices are going to fit perfectly on this. I mean, I use my Goon, and the Goon fits perfectly. In fact, I'll just run and get a Goon. And we're back. Right, let's get my Goon. This is the Goon version 1.5. It's a bit juicy. As you can see, it fits flush. And you've still got probably a couple of millimeters each side of there, so yeah, that's 24 millimeter device and it fits really nicely on this PWM box. As I said, this is roughly the same size as a 1590G Hammond. I mean, we've got a standard 1590, the BBK, one of my boxes, and you can see there's a big difference in size between the 1590 and Nigel's little box mod. Yeah, so this is the Red Dwarf PWM SVB Box Mod. Absolutely gorgeous. It's also now covered in juice from my goon ear. I'll get this cleaned up and then we'll go back up and have a vape and tell you what I think. Right, so we've done the close-up of the Red Dwarf SVB PWM box from Nigel Moxon. Yeah, just if you're going to do reviews or you're going to do a video, don't pick a spot before you do, okay? That's now been a good 25 minutes and it's still, well, you can see, look. So, that was my stupidity. Anyway, so that was the internals of the box. Now, what I didn't show you with this box, which I love, is the MyTech switch. It's so clicky. Very clicky switch. It's a very firm, it's either on or it's off. And with it being this sort of big owl, sort of all that small circuit board in there, as soon as you hit that MyTech, it's firing straight away. There's no delay whatsoever. Now, I've currently got a 0.25 build in my goon, Flatwire UK, stainless steel flatwire. And I've got it probably, yeah, a third of the way around. Yeah, a third of the way. Probably at 40, to be honest. And that's, for me, at 0.25, that gives me a nice, warm, hotish vape. Also gives me a burnt hit when I've not juiced up. Ew. That was a bit silly. That's because I was sitting vaping it as I was trying to sort out the lighting and sort out my nose. Not smart. Anyway, click. Right. I just love that switch. I love the whole feel of the box. I love the texture because it's got that sort of, it's a hammered finished. I was going to say hammerized. No, hammered finished on the box. But it's also glossy at the same time. It's very, very glossy. Very shiny. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet. But it's also textured with that sort of hammered finished. I am so glad that I bought this. I mean, I've made my own. I showed you the Morgantium box. I made them 2 years ago. And they're just straight series with a voltmeter on them. There's no adjustment on them at all. They are straight 8.4 volts, but it's a large, the 1490 BBK box. This is the same size as a G. It's very small in the hand. You know, it's tiny. 2 batteries. And these are both VTC, Sony VTC 6s. We can see it. Yeah, no, they're VTC 5s actually. Yeah, sorry, VTC 5s, but one's got a red wrap on it because the green wrap basically tore. So if your battery wraps tear, replace them. But they are married batteries. So being a series device, always marry your batteries. I love this potentiometer. I mean, I've got quite long nails, even though they look quite stubby, but I do have long nails, and I can basically turn the potentiometer with my nail, no problem at all. So no need for a screwdriver. It's quite easy to adjust that potentiometer. It's so smooth. Everything's so smooth and so well made and so well put together. You look at your hex ohms and your the VCMs and all these other very expensive series box mods. To me, this is the one that wins. This is the one that people should be going out and buying. The SVB box. Because it is a British device. It's made by a lovely, I mean, Nigel is such a lovely, lovely man. I mean, he's so friendly, he's so helpful, and the man's genius. He's working on a new box mod at the moment, a Squonk box, the SVB Squonk, which I will be purchasing as well in Red Dwarf colours. So when that comes along, I'll be reviewing that as well. And I think they're around about the same price, £140. Postage for these is £7.50. So you're looking at £147.50 for your sort of candy finish boxes. Yeah, but this is the Red Dwarf SVB. There's not more I can say about it really. I mean, There's no screen, there's no adjustment, there's no display, there's no temperature control. You can adjust the voltage, that's it. That's all I want. That is all I want. That's all I've been using there for the past 7 weeks, is this. Job done. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Huge thanks to Nigel Moxon. He does have a group, SVB-Mods, but it's a secret group, and you have to be invited to join. So, being a secret group, even if you search on Facebook, you're not going to find it. So the only way would be to message Nigel Moxon through Facebook if you do want to purchase a PWM or his new Squonk box. He even does straight parallel boxes, he does straight series boxes. I just wanted that series adjustment. And oh yeah, he does the Pico, yeah, the Pico squeezes. He does them as well. He takes the Pico squeeze, completely strips it, and he powder coats the Pico squeeze body. I don't know how much he charges for them, to be honest. I know that they're very popular though, under SVB mods. So anyway, thank you very much, and speak to you all again soon. Ta-da!